Wisdom is not a gift bestowed upon a chosen few, it is a discipline, a path walked by those who seek to understand the nature of life and the role of reason within it. The wise do not claim to know all things, but they strive to know themselves and to master their own thoughts and actions. The pursuit of wisdom begins with humility. To learn, one must first accept that there is much to learn. The fool believes he is already wise, while the truly wise man knows that wisdom is an endless journey. Each day, each trial, each experience is a lesson. A wise person does not allow emotions to cloud their judgment. Fear, anger, and desire are fleeting and unreliable guides. Instead, reason must be the compass that directs our decisions. The Stoic does not suppress emotions but understands them, recognizes their transient nature, and chooses not to be ruled by them. The foundation of wisdom is self-discipline. The ability to govern one's own impulses, to resist the temptations of excess, and to act with integrity even when no one is watching, these are the marks of the wise. A mind in control of itself is a fortress that cannot be breached by external events. Adversity is the crucible of wisdom. Hardship reveals what we truly are, stripping away illusions and exposing our character. The wise welcome difficulties, not because they enjoy suffering, but because they understand that true strength is forged in struggle. It is easy to be calm in favorable circumstances, but the test of wisdom is to remain steady when the storm rages. To lose composure in misfortune is to lose an opportunity to practice virtue. A wise person endures misfortune with dignity, knowing that all things pass in time. The wise do not seek validation from the world. They do not measure their worth by the opinions of others. Praise does not inflate them, nor does criticism diminish them. They remain steadfast, guided by their own principles rather than the shifting whims of society. Wisdom is found in simplicity. The wise do not clutter their lives with unnecessary desires, nor do they chase after wealth and power for their own sake. They understand that contentment is not found in excess but in appreciating what is truly essential. The wise are students of nature. They observe its patterns, its balance, and its indifference to human concerns. They see that change is the law of existence, and they embrace it. Just as the river flows without complaint, so too does the wise person move through life with acceptance and grace. Death is not to be feared by the wise. It is simply the final change in a series of changes. To live well is to prepare for death, not with dread, but with understanding. When the time comes, the wise greet it as an old friend, knowing they have lived according to nature and reason. The wise do not waste time lamenting what they cannot control. They do not demand that the universe bend to their will. Instead, they adjust themselves to the nature of things. They recognize that suffering often arises not from events themselves, but from our resistance to them. A wise person understands that the opinions of others are beyond their control. If they are criticized, they reflect, is there truth in the words? If so, they correct themselves. If not, they let the words pass like the wind. They do not waste energy on resentment. The wise cultivate gratitude. They do not fixate on what they lack, but rather appreciate what they have. Every day is an opportunity to practice virtue, to deepen understanding, and to move closer to wisdom. They choose their companions carefully. They avoid the company of the reckless and the thoughtless, for such influences can lead even the strong astray. Instead, they surround themselves with those who seek truth and virtue. A wise person speaks little but says much. They do not waste words on trivial matters or idle gossip. Their speech is measured, thoughtful, and purposeful. They understand that silence often speaks louder than words. Wisdom is a constant practice. It is not acquired in a single moment but cultivated through daily effort. Reading, reflecting, and applying principles in real life, these are the tools of the wise. The wise do not concern themselves with what others possess. They do not envy those who have more, nor do they pity those who have less. They understand that wealth and status are illusions. True wealth is found in character and virtue. They are not swayed by fortune's favor or misfortune's cruelty. They remain unshaken, knowing that external circumstances do not define them. They rely only on what is within their control, their thoughts, their actions, and their responses. In the end, wisdom is not about knowing many things but about living rightly. It is about seeing the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. It is about acting with courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom, no matter the circumstances. And so, each day, the wise strive to be better than they were the day before. They know they will never be perfect, but they walk the path nonetheless, for the journey itself is the reward.